chapter entitled with Ajāmila delivered by Viṣṇudūtas. Now in this section Ajāmila is sharing his realization after hearing the conversation between Yamadūtas and Viṣṇudūtas. Text 32. There are some verses. Chapter 2. Text 32. Athapi me durbhagasya vibudho vibodtama darshanai bhavityam mangalena yena yatma me prasidati. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. I am certainly most abnormal and unfortunate to have merged in an ocean of sinful activities, but nevertheless, because of my previous spiritual activities, I could see those four exalted personalities who came to rescue me. Now I feel exceedingly happy because of their visit. Then text 33. Anyatha mriyamanasya na surja vrishalipate vaikuntham nama grihanam jihva vaktum iharhati. Translation. Were it not for my past devotional service, how could I, a most unclean keeper of a prostitute, have gotten an opportunity to chant holy name in Vaikunthapati when I was just ready to die? Certainly I could not have been possible. Text 34. Kvam chaham kitvam papo brahmanam nirapatrapam kum cham Nārāyaṇa dietat bhagavan nama mangalam. Ajamila continued. I am a shameless cheater who has killed Brahmanical culture. Indeed, I am sin personified. Where am I in comparison to all auspicious chanting of the holy name of Lord Nārāyaṇa? Text 35. Soham tatha yatishyami yat chitmendriya chitendriya nilaha yatana bhuya atmanam andhe tamasi majjaye. I am such a sinful person, but since I have now gotten this opportunity, I must completely control my mind, life and senses and always engage in devotional service so that I may not fall again into the deep darkness and ignorance of material life. Text 36 and 37. Vimuchyate tamam imam bandhanam avidya kamam karmajam sarva bhuta suharcharyato maitre karunaj atmavan mochaye grastam atmanam yoshimayat matmaya vikriditum yaya vihyam krida mriga ivadham. Translation. Because of identifying myself with the body, one is subjected to desire for sense gratification, and thus one engaged in many different types of pious and impious actions. This is what constitutes material bondage. Now I shall disentangle myself from material bondage, which has been caused by the Supreme Personality of Godhead's illusionary energy in form of a woman. Being a most fallen soul, I was victimized by the illusionary energy and have become like dancing dog laid down by a woman's hand. Now I shall give up all lust desires and free myself from this illusion. I shall become a merciful, well-wishing friend to all living entities and always absorb myself in Krishna consciousness. There is a golden purport. This should be a standard of determination for all Krishna consciousness persons. A Krishna consciousness person should be free himself from the clutches of Maya. He should also be compassionate to all others suffering in those clutches. The activities of Krishna consciousness movement are meant only for oneself but for others also. This is the perfection of Krishna consciousness. One who is interested in his own salvation is not advanced in Krishna consciousness. As one who feels compassion for others and who therefore propagates the Krishna consciousness movement, such as an advanced devotee will never fall down, for Krishna will give him special protection. That is the sum and substance of the Krishna consciousness movement. Everyone is like a play toy in the hands of illusionary energy and is acting as she moves him. One should come to Krishna consciousness to relieve oneself and also to release others. And then finally says, Mamahati iti dehado hitvam Hitvam tirthya dhiram matim dharyaso mano bhagavati shuddham tat kirtanadibhi. Translation: simply because I chanted the holy name of the Lord in the association of devotees, my heart is now becoming purified. Therefore, I shall not fall victim again to be false lures of material sense gratification. Now that I have become fixed in the absolute truth, henceforward I shall not identify myself with the body. I shall give up the false conception of I and mine, and fix my mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. And then henceforward it says, Iti jatasu niveda shanak sangena sadhushu ganga dwaram upayaya mukta sarva nubandhana. Translation: because of the moment's association with the devotees, the Viṣṇudūtas, Ajāmila detached himself from the material conception of life with the determination. Thus, free from all material attraction, he immediately started for Haridwar. And then Ajāmila took shelter at the Viṣṇu temple and he chanted full 12 years. And after 12 years, Viṣṇudūta came again with invitation that Lord Viṣṇu is calling you, With a Vaikuntha plane they came and they carried Ajāmila with them. So this is what perfection of life, and this is what goal of our life. First, to get a realization like Ajāmila, and make yourself determined as Ajāmila did himself, and how Ajāmila was victimized by the illusionary energy of the Supreme Lord, and how he was able to realize that I am victimized person, I did mistake due to association of devotees only. So before Ajāmila was devotee, but because of prostitute association he became contaminated. So material association contaminates the soul, and material association covers soul's identity and soul's pure desire to serve. Therefore, Bhagavatam's recommendation is to be in association, never leave association. Take this moment's opportunity, this great opportunity to serve and associate with devotees, so we can save ourselves from the clutches of the Maya, which is so dangerous. And one can forget his ultimate goal, and Maya bewilders the soul as his body, and you have so many duties to fulfill, and you are maintainer of this body, and you have so many other priorities to fulfill. So this is how the soul's desire becomes contaminated, and this is how he falls down from the position. Whenever a devotee have desires to serve or to associate with the devotees, that is a healthy kind of desire, and that is a healthy mind and healthiness in the spirituality. When we can say that we are sick, we don't have much desire to serve and to associate. So this is how one can think, and one can check his own progress in Krishna consciousness. How much we could cultivate those desires which are favorable to Krishna consciousness. Yeah. And how Ajamila was realized, and actually from his talk it seems that he is very excited, and he is very excited and eager to chant again, to serve again that Supreme Lord. And with the feelings, he was thinking this. So that is also due to association. We all have experienced certain situations like Ajamila, just like whenever we associate with pure devotees, or whenever we hear the session, we read Prabhupada books. After some moment, we feel that, oh, I must increase my devotional service. I must take seriously, due to association only. But whenever we are out of association, we are alone, or we are with the materialistic people, then in that association we forget, we want to forget ourselves, and our duties. But whenever again we comes in the association, again that auspicious desires arises. Yeah. So this how this process is working actually. So this is the value of association. From the pastime of Ajamila, we can learn so many things, that how much association matters. Due to intense bad association, he falls down. He fell down. Prostitute association. Yeah. He had a physical association. We had a mental association sometimes, and sometimes mental association, sometimes through the mobile. Same contaminations. Because previously I told that sense objects are not actually contaminating us, but desire to enjoy sense objects, that is contaminates us most. Eagerness to enjoy, that's contaminated our consciousness. Intense desire to enjoy, that makes that is very challenging situation, coming out of from those desires to enjoy. That's why recommendation is to engage fully yourself in devotional service. When you are not fully engaged in devotional service, then naturally a desire for sense gratification will arise. Artificially you cannot come, or if you cannot overcome, there are two options: devotional service or sense gratifications. There is no third situation. No option of third situations. Seva, sense gratification, nothing. In between soul is. Because remember yourself, marginal potency of the Lord, external, internal devotional service, external bhog. To escape from these clutches of Maya, one need to engage himself in the devotional service. That is the way. You know. Then it's become natural to overcome. You know. We are facing so many challenges due to we are not engaged in devotional service. That is a fact. So, these were some thoughts after reading this section.